shirt?
Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, it's not mine. It's Christina's, and I stole it. Yeah, it's a 2X. Yeah. Yeah, and look, it's not even like baby gap or anything.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It like goes to my pants and everything. Like, hi girl.
That's amazing.
I know.
So how are you feeling?
Pretty good lately.
You had your 1 month post-op appointment since the last time we talked, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, which is gonna kind of kind of contradict what I just said about feeling good, but
well, I mean, right now,
like yesterday and today, I felt pretty good.
Well, that's good.
But they actually put me back on liquids because still bleeding, and I'm just having so much trouble with food because they said I'm scarring down too tight. So I can only handle like 1 ounce at a time. So they're like, she's like, just try to eat whenever you feel like you could try to eat, but just go back to your protein, your premier proteins and your soups and stuff. She's like, we had a little setback with you because are you frozen or staying really still?
I'm just listening. Should I be like, oh,
you're frozen still.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me though?
You're back.
I mean, I was sitting still, but I guess I was also frozen.
Yeah. So she just said like we had a little setback with you because of the whole hospital thing and everything. So yeah. I just have to act like I'm 2 weeks ago still.
So pureed.
Soft foods, which is fine because that's all I really want to eat anyway. I'm done with even trying right now. I don't even want it to hurt. Like I tried to make one pasta shell last night, and all I could manage to like get the courage to eat was like a little bit of the ricotta from the inside. I was just like,
well, that's good. You were saying that, okay, so we'll get more into this with my update. But when I met with my nutritionist and they said that I'll do 2 weeks of liquid, 2 weeks of puree, and then 2 weeks of solid. So you were saying to go back as if it was 2 weeks ago, but 2 weeks ago you were 3 weeks post-op. So if that was equivalent to me, you would still be in puree. Right? Like if you didn't have the setback, you're 5 weeks, so you're still in soft foods. So maybe you were just like pushing it a little too much.
I'd be starting now. My 5 weeks, according to my paperwork, 5 weeks I start incorporating regular diet, like not all like full force.
Because I feel like you were doing regular diet like 2 weeks ago.
A lot of the stuff you think I eat, I probably don't actually eat.
Well, no, like the stuff you're posting, like pictures of food.
Yeah, exactly. Most of the time I just make food and don't eat it because I just can't. I'm overzealous and I'm like, oh, I can eat this or this sounds really good. And I'm just like, well, I'm going to take a good picture of it because I'm probably just going to lick it and put it away.
Well, yeah, because I was wondering, like, oh, well, if you're supposed to be on, like, pureed foods and you're trying to eat that, like, wonton pizza, which is great. It's a healthy thing. Good to know. Well, as long as your doctor doesn't think it's anything, like, horribly wrong. Oh, so.
Oh, my gosh. I do that all day long. Sorry. But anyways,
I had my first ever Premier Protein on Friday, and I have to say, I was #not impressed.
Well, which one did you have for one?
Chocolate.
Okay, well, I don't even drink that. I don't buy that one. That one is Poopsville.
You hate that one?
I don't like it. Yeah, I don't drink that one. That one just tastes like gross to me.
And I also tend to not like vanilla flavored stuff, which makes me kind of weary because like the vanilla Premier Protein is like the one that everyone uses to like because it's so easy to like spice up or whatever. Like you could put fruit flavor stuff in it. You could put like chocolate flavor or coffee or whatever in it. But I tend to not like I don't even like vanilla flavor like coffee creamer. I'm like, no.
Me either. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. But I was buying, well, because I was getting my 3 staples are strawberries and cream, bananas and cream, and vanilla. The caramel one is too sweet. It's like it's not good. And then the vanilla one I've been getting lately because it's the easiest one to do this combination with. Yeah. Because, well, this one actually, this is my second favorite. As you can see, it's vanilla as well.
Oh.
But I like the ice mocha java one, but I just decided to try this one because it was at the store and I never saw it. So
how much do those little thingies cost?
Like $2.88 to like $3.50. But this will last me like 5 protein drinks. And like 5 big protein coffees. Like I fill up my 30-ounce because usually usually I use half a Premier Protein and then the same amount of like Fairlife and then this Fairlife or Almond Breeze and then this and like a couple ounces of actual coffee just to make it, because for one I don't like Premier Protein consistency because it's too thick. It grosses me out. So I have to either thin it out with the Fairlife, the almond milk, or coffee, or both. And then I always put a ton, like at least 5 ounces of ice with it because like that waters it down and everything too. And then I just like sip it for a couple hours and and these have energy in them too. Woo, woo. And and also I just found out that these have the B vitamins that my vitamins are lacking. So yeah, they have like B12 and stuff. It says with B vitamins. B vitamins. And it's actually like a good amount of it.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
Totally. The way that I do my protein is I have the powdered protein, like from GNC, it's Optimum Nutrition brand. And I do, for every scoop, I use 6 ounces of almond milk. So I've been trying to do 2 scoop ones, so it'll be like 12 ounces of almond milk. And then if I'm doing it with coffee, I do cold coffee, and then I still do the same, like 6 ounces of almond milk, and I'll put in a scoop, or I'll do 2 scoops and put a little more almond milk. It's just like so sweet. So even though I use unsweetened almond milk and then the coffee, like the protein, that flavor, it's like extreme chocolate or something like that. It's just like so sweet. So it sucks because I have to water it down, and then I feel like I'm getting like so much liquid and not like the liquid to protein ratio isn't good. Like if I could drink just like this much liquid and still get the like 30 grams of protein or whatever, I would. Like I don't need the satisfaction of like drinking all that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the Premier Protein, like it was okay, and I probably liked it more than I would any other time because I had been fasting. Like the last time I ate was 6:45 p.m. and then I had to fast for like all the tests that I had to do, which we'll talk about in a bit. And they're like, okay, I know you were fasting. We have some protein shakes. Do you want one? I was like, yeah, that would be great. And he was like already holding it. He's like, here you go. And it was just like the chocolate Premier Protein, and it was really cold, which I super appreciated. But that was at like 10:30 in the morning. So I was like super hungry by then because I usually eat by like 8 a.m. So like at the latest. So I just like drank it, but it took, like, I thought I was just gonna like chug it, but I was like,
I like them a lot because they're pre-mixed, so there's no chunks, there's no like weird consistency, and the vanilla ones are just, I feel like it's like a treat in the morning, like having I can talk about something that has to do with what I just did in a minute, but I'm at the point now where I'm just like, I just need to get it down. Yeah. So like whatever it takes, and for me, what it takes now is thinning it out a whole bunch and then making it taste like coffee. So yeah, I don't make like the popsicles anymore or the or the ice cream stuff that I was making. And then I also put isopure in. I made isopure popsicles because we ordered a case of isopure,
I
and
remember that.
I haven't drank any of them because all of a sudden I just was like, I hate them now. And I like cannot drink them. It's like kills me. I can't do it. And so I'm like, well, I'm going to make popsicles out of one. So I made popsicles out of it, and then I put the popsicle in my water, so that it would just like slowly flavor my water. And I took like 2 drinks, and I was like,
oh my gosh.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. I just freaking hate it. And yeah, I hate it. And I can't eat eggs. So now I can't eat eggs. I can't eat tofu. I can't eat most meat. I can't eat, what was the other stuff? Something I just ate that I was like, that's awful. Is not Premier Protein, isopure.
Well, it could be also just like, since you're having so much trouble right now, like maybe when your tummy's more sensitive.
More of a not like than I can't do, because I just don't like it. But the other physically make me ill. Eggs are my worst enemy right now, and I'm so sad about it.
Like all forms, or like just hard boiled?
I have had pureed. I've had just the wet egg goo. I've had hard boiled eggs. I've had egg salad. I've had deviled eggs. I had the broccoli baked egg casserole. Every single time, it's like the worst pain of my life. It just
something about it. Something about it.
Oh yeah. And then I made that ginger sesame tofu that was so delicious, and I ate 1 piece of it, and I should have known because it's just like egg. And I should have. It was delicious. Oh, you liked it? I gave it away.
Spider!
What's happening?
A spider was coming right at me.
Oh, spider. I thought she said fire too. I'm like, you're having a fire right now?
It was huge, and I just squished it.
Wait, fire?
It was huge.
That's gross.
It was like its body was like the size of like a pencil eraser. Yeah, I gagged when I squished it.
Swooshed.
So, what else?
I'm showing you the color.
I like that. So what else? What other updates in the last week? So you had your appointment. Did they say anything else about like? Did they say you're on target for how much they have wanted you to lose by now?
Oh yeah, she said I'm perfect. I'm doing fantastic. Especially considering the setback.
Yeah.
And she told, because I was concerned about the reason why I was having the period of many demons.
I'm sorry.
Because it's like probably the worst one I've ever had in my life. I just couldn't live. Like there was no relief because obviously I can't take a lot of stuff for it. So I took some Tylenol, and then I was like trying to lay on our heating pad, and like, oh my gosh, it was just the worst pain I've ever had in my life. Like I almost wanted to go to urgent care. It was so bad.
Oh,
and so I asked her, I'm like, is that a thing? Like, is that a real thing?
Is this my life now?
Yeah, and she was like, yeah, actually for a while it's gonna be. She said because of the way the rapid way the fat is breaking up in my body, it's causing my body to rapidly release estrogen. So that's gonna make my period way heavier and more painful. So she's like, it's gonna be like that for a few months. And I'm just like, great. That's really great. Because the only good thing about it is because it was like so heavy, it seemed to only last 3 days and then it was over.
That's good.
But it was like brutal ass 3 days. Like headaches, nausea, like ridiculous cramps and bloating, and like, I gained 2 pounds like while I was on the 3 days. Like,
I mean, I always gain 2 pounds on my period.
Well, I probably do, but I don't always track it. But like this time I did, and just, oh God, it was just so awful. Like I couldn't sleep, anything. It was so bad. And so that was a thing. And so I'm just going to have to get used to that. And then the thing I was going to talk about before was I didn't actually talk to her about this, but I've looked it up and I've heard other girls talk about it. But like, since I'm not getting enough, like currently not getting enough nutrition or liquid, I'm like so foggy. I'm like slurring my words and like she was making fun of me all day yesterday. And she was just like, it's like I'm hanging out with your dad. She's like, you keep telling me the same things over and over. And like, oh my gosh. And we walked so much yesterday and uphill and in the snow. And it was just like, I was like,
But did you notice a big difference from like 6 months ago if you had tried to do that?
I could definitely tell the difference of like the weight not being on me, but it was a different feeling.
But you didn't have like
so weak. Yeah. Like I'm just so, plus she kept having to pull over for me to throw up because I stupidly took one bite of a Starbucks sausage sandwich. I just took one bite of it, life ruined for like 4 hours. My eyes twitching. Did you see the picture I just posted on Instagram of my nightie?
No.
That's because it's a nightie. You should go look at it. Not right now, though. We're busy.
I'll do it right now.
Okay. You should show it because, you know, I mean, I posted it on social media. It's not like I don't want people to see it. You know what I'm saying? But
oh my gosh, it's like a dress, and it was like a shirt before. Also, I love your face. Every face. I love it. Viewers at home, I don't know if you can see. Hold on. You.
It's so hard to see. I mean, you can see like I'm wearing pants in one, obviously, so it's a shirt. And then in the second one, and like I was telling Christina, like if I suck it in even just a tiny bit, you can't see anything. It's a complete dress.
Like, and your boobs are like
tube socks. You're rude.
No, I just mean like you can tell the diff.
I know. Okay, so Hero, I'm dying to hear about your appointments.
Oh yeah. So I finally have an update. Like, finally.
Real update. Not that your other ones weren't real.
What?
I said a real update, and then I was like, not that your other ones weren't real.
I mean, they kind of weren't. So I went to the doctor on Friday, 2 days ago, and I had like 4 hours worth of appointments, all like smooshed into one. To me, it just felt like one appointment where I was doing a bunch of stuff, but it was really like 4 appointments. So the first thing was I met my nutritionist, who was like so great, like so nice, so sweet, like very like attentive and listening to everything, and I didn't feel like intimidated or anything. And a lot of times, like when I'm telling people like, oh no, like I understand, like I know what carbs are, like I know like what a healthy diet is, like I've had my fair share. I'm not just like, oh, I go on a diet, like I go on Weight Watchers, or I eat like Atkins bars. Like I know I've done it all. Like I could probably be a nutritionist, honestly. And I feel like a lot of times when I'm telling people that, especially like people in the medical world, they're just like, okay, yeah, right. Like, or yeah, if you know all this, then why are you fat? And like things like that. And she was just like, oh, well, you know everything. Like, I don't need to tell you. And so we just like went over what I need to do up until surgery, like still stay on the like low carb, high protein diet that I've been doing. And she went over my post-op, like I'll get a whole packet of instructions and everything, but we just went over like in general. So after the surgery, I'll have 2 weeks of liquid, and then 2 weeks of pureed, and then 2 weeks of soft food before reintroducing regular stuff. And I'll have 5 more appointments with her over the next either year or 2 years. I can't remember what she said, but I'll also have unlimited access to email. Like, I can always email her and be like, oh, this is my weight now, and, you know, like, what, I hit a plateau, or what can I adjust, or, you know, whatever. Like, I'll always be able to, like, email her, which is, like, so great. I'm very happy about that.
I have that too.
That's so great. And then after that, I had my body composition done, which was just like 2 like electrodes on my feet, and then I think I had one or 2 on my hands, 1 on my finger for sure, and found out my body fat percentage, like how much of my weight is fat and how much of my weight is not fat.
What is it?
So 48% of my body is fat. So I think it said like I have 130 pounds of fat and then 125 pounds of like guts and bones and stuff. So that was like interesting to know. And I've never.
Real quick.
What?
Can I tell you my body fat real quick?
Yeah.
Because I didn't mention this before. I mentioned it to you personally, I think. But mine, when I started, mine was 57 point something.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's 52, like 0.1 or something.
Ooh, it's already going down. That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what that means. I mean, I know that it means the fat in your body, but I don't know, like, how...
Well, you need some fat, like, on your body. Like, you need...
But it's supposed to be, like, a healthy person who's, like, 20 something?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. If that. But the reason the guy was explaining to me, the reason that they do it now and they'll continue to keep track of it is just to make sure that you're losing weight in a healthy way, because you could be losing muscle and stuff. And so if it's not healthy in that way, then, you know, they need to like monitor it, because you need fat to like protect your muscles and your guts and stuff. So like, you need it. But, so I did that, and I also, they did my resting energy expenditure, REE.
Space?
Huh? Yes. So I had this, it was like a tube thing. I had to hold it like with my teeth, but then like seal my lips around it and just like breathe into this long tube that was like connected to a machine. And I was like, I always get nervous in doctor's offices, and so like my heart rate was a little like elevated, so I had to take like a couple deep breaths. And but he said that if I was like too nervous on it, it would just make it higher, but it was like actually really low. So basically that tells you like what your metabolism is. So for my age and my height and my weight, my metabolism I should be burning like 19 something, like 1950. That would be like if I didn't do anything. If I woke up and I like laid on the couch all day and then went to bed, that's what my body should burn normally for my height and weight and my age. But based on that test, I'm only burning 15 something, like 1560 or something, which is why I gain weight so easily. So if I'm like eating, like say I'm eating 1800 calories and I'm burning like 300 calories in the gym, then I'm maintaining my weight. And it feels like I'm on a diet, I'm busting my ass in the gym, but I'm maintaining my weight. So that like explains a lot. So yeah,
I wonder if my doctor would do that test.
You should ask him.
I want to know what my metabolism is. I want to know that. Yeah,
so then that way they can recommend like how many calories because like I had my goal on my Fitness Pal, my goal of my calories was 1850, which is still like, it's not like super low like for dieting, especially if my normal metabolism is supposed to be like 1950. That's only 100 calories less. But I've also been like going to the gym, so I'm thinking like if I'm eating 1800 calories and I'm burning 300 calories in the gym, then that's 1500. And if I'm supposed to be at 1900, then that's like 400 calories less, and like that's eventually your weight will go down. But obviously I'm not burning that much naturally. So now they recommended that I have no more than 1,400 calories regardless of whether I work out or not, which is like, I've been doing it like since Friday, but Friday was really easy because that's the day that I was at the doctor, and so I didn't even get to eat, like I didn't have breakfast, so it was easy. And then yesterday, it wasn't as bad because I got up and I went to the gym and then I went to the grocery store, so I didn't even get home until like 11:30. So it was, again, like I had a protein shake, was like my breakfast basically, and then I had like lunch and dinner, and then I had another shake as a snack. So that was like another one. But then today I'm already at like 900 calories or something, and I haven't even had dinner. So I get like a 300 or 400 calorie dinner. But I know I'm going to be eating way less after the surgery, so this is probably good because it's transitioning me into like smaller portions, and like, because when you only get that many calories, you want to have stuff that's going to fill you up, obviously. So I'm not going to have like a baked potato that's 800 calories and that's like my only meal for the day or whatever. So like, it kind of forces you to like eat lean meats and eat more vegetables and stuff. So it's good. I'm glad that even though it's like hard, like I'm glad that they told me before I found out.
My meals are like 48 calories, 60 calories. It's funny.
That's crazy. Yeah, so I had that, and then after that is when they gave me the protein shake, and then I had to, I met with the sleep study people, and they like taught me how to use the little thing. They gave me this like Men in Black looking little like case with all the stuff in it. I have to do the sleep study 2 nights in a row, so I wanted to do it on nights that are like most normal, because I was like, I'm just gonna do it on Friday and Saturday night and get it out of the way. But like, I kind of stay up a little later on Friday and Saturday nights and whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna do it tonight and tomorrow night. So I'll have that out of the way.
Find out if you have any type of like sleep apnea or anything.
Yeah. And then after that, I went and had an EKG, which I just like, that was like the easiest thing. I just like laid there and he put all these like electrodes on me, and it took like 5 minutes. He said my heart was boring normal, which is good. He's like, nothing exciting here. I was like, thanks, doc. So I got all that out of the way. I'm going to do the sleep study tonight. And then on Thursday, which today is Sunday, so on Thursday in 4 days, I have an appointment to return the sleep study equipment, and I'll get my results. And then on Friday, I have my an upper endoscopy. But I'll be under anesthesia, so I won't feel anything. I'll be like
Twilight.
Yeah. I hope I'm in Twilight with Edward.
Well, because that's what I'm not trying to scare you. You'll do great. You'll do great. It's gonna
be great. Wait. So we're gonna talk again in a couple days or next week or something. This is my thinking finger.
Well, we're gonna talk to them next week. I'll talk to you in like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, I like that. That is smooth.
Thanks for coming.
Okay, bye everyone.
Christina's like, you here, drink this, and I'm like, and I snorted. Sorry. I live a life of torture. Well, before it was like my boobs are like,
yeah, they're like,
and now they're like dripping down.